Hey there, this is Jeremy G, also known as B-Boy Jeremy, and today I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of my calisthenics home gym setup. This is something that I ask about on my Instagram all the time whenever I post my daily morning workout stories, so I thought I should make a YouTube video on this just to show it off in a bit more detail and also, share it with anyone who might find this helpful, whether or not you're considering building a home gym for yourself or you're wondering if it's something that's even possible if you live in an apartment like me and don't have a whole lot of space. I'm going to start off by going into a full walkthrough of all the equipment that I use in my gym, and then I'm going to talk about why I chose to do a calisthenics home gym specifically, and then after that I'm going to talk a little bit about why having a home gym has been life-changing for me the past few years, just for anyone who might be interested. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So getting right into it, the first piece of equipment that I own in my home gym that is definitely the centerpiece and gets asked about more than anything else is my wall-mounted pull-up bar. It's from a brand called Titan Fitness, and I picked this brand specifically because I saw that it was way cheaper than the one from Rogue. And even though there's a huge price difference, the quality of it is really good. Like, I've had it in my home for a couple of years now and I haven't had any issues. I've been able to throw my full body weight over the bar doing a whole variety of calisthenics exercises and can even hang from it, and I don't have any problems with it at all. The pull-up bar is the most important piece of equipment you can have in your home gym because it allows you to perform exercises to hit absolutely all of your upper body muscles. Even though it's called a pull-up bar, you can use it to target your push muscles using exercises such as bar dips. And honestly, between just doing simple pull-ups and bar dips, you're gonna already be able to target all of your upper body muscles. Or if you want to challenge yourself extra or progress from there, then the next steps would be, of course, to start performing dynamic movements such as the muscle up, which will hit both your pull muscles and your push muscles at the same time, or training various calisthenic holds, which will still target all of your muscles at the same time, but will emphasize certain muscle groups over others. For example, if you perform a back lever, you're going to be putting a lot more utilization on your back muscles, and if you perform a front lever, you're going to be utilizing your chest and your abs a lot more as well. Doing any exercise from the bar at all, even just simple hanging, is actually great for your abs already because your core will be working to stabilize itself as you perform any given movement. One thing that you do want to look out for if you're opting to get a wall-mounted pull-up bar is making sure you have enough ceiling space for your head if you plan to do any kind of exercise that involves going over the bar, or of course if you build it outside, then it's not a problem. If you don't want to use a wall-mounted pull-up bar, you can also opt for a doorway pull-up bar. With the doorway pull-up bar, you're still able to perform pulling movements and perform static holds, but you may not necessarily be able to do any pushing movements while the bar is mounted, though you can use it for assisted push-ups if you take it off of the door and sort of do it on the floor. But at that point, to me, honestly, you might as well just do push-ups on the floor. Another thing to note is if you do go for a doorway pull-up bar, you probably want to put some towels or some soft cloths in between the door frame and your bar because the stress that you put on the bar is going to damage your door frame over time. The second piece of equipment in my home gym following my pull-up bar would be my gymnastics rings. Gymnastics rings are absolutely amazing, and they are the most efficient body weight tool there is for building all of your upper body muscles. Since gymnastics rings don't provide a fixed point of stability like how a bar does, your body has to work extra hard to perform any given exercise on gymnastics rings compared to a bar. Having to work extra hard translates into more time under tension for basically all of the muscle groups in your entire body, which of course then therefore translates into more strength gains and more muscle growth. Personally, I noticed the biggest changes in my body and my physique when I started using gymnastics rings, and still to this day, the only exercises I really perform with them are ring dips, false grip pull-ups, and now ring muscle ups. The other benefit of gymnastics rings is that they're highly portable, meaning you can just take them out of your home gym, throw them in your backpack or your suitcase, and work out with them anywhere that has a fixed point you can hang them on, whether that's on a tree or a gazebo or a basketball goal, or maybe even just like a playground swing. Just make sure that you don't freak out any parents. The third piece of equipment in my home gym that I used to use all the time but don't use that much anymore is a foldable step stool. Why a step stool, you might ask? Well, with the step stool, you can not only perform exercises like leg switches, step ups, and assisted pistol squats for your glutes and your legs, but you can also use a step stool to reduce the distance between yourself and the bar in order to get on top of it to either perform dips or just jump from it to practice that muscle up transition, which is exactly what I did in order to learn how to do muscle ups at home. It was essentially my secret weapon for getting muscle ups, especially when the world was on lockdown and we weren't able to go outside, because having that stool and reducing the distance between myself and the bar was essentially the equivalent of practicing the muscle up transition on a lower bar at a park. So yes, I would say the step stool is absolutely a very useful piece of equipment to have in a home gym. And of course, just a useful piece of equipment to have around your house in general for grabbing out of reach items. So definitely get one. Moving on, the next piece of equipment I have at my home gym are resistance bands. The bands I have are a set from FILA that come with some handles, and I like those over the ones that look like just giant rubber bands because they're actually a great piece of workout equipment on their own, where you can use it for a variety of pulling and shoulder mobility exercises and just increase or decrease the difficulty by adding or subtracting resistance bands. And of course, you can use them for calisthenics to sort of reduce the difficulty of certain moves and practice moves with resistance bands as sort of a progression to move towards harder moves. For example, more recently, I've used resistance bands in order to unlock the jumping one-arm pull-up on my right arm, and I'm planning to continue using them to train my left arm in order to get the one-arm pull-up on both sides and ensure that I maintain even body development. The next piece of equipment in my home gym would be puzzle piece mats. This is actually something that I've had for a really long time, way before I was building a home gym, because if you followed me for a while or you know who I am, then you know that I come from a martial arts background and I have been breakdancing for over a decade now. So when I originally got them, I was mostly using them to pad my linoleum floor and practice breaking tricks and power moves because of the protection and padding that they offer. And I still use it for that purpose to this day, but now I also have it as the base floor of my calisthenics home gym to just reduce the impact of any potential falls that happen and make it safer for my feet and landing when I dismount from performing muscle ups. Even though I've had the mats for so many years, there really hasn't been a whole lot of wear and tear on them to where I'm still able to continue using them. So I highly recommend getting mats for your home gym setup as well. Heavily related to that martial arts background, the next piece of equipment in my home gym would be my Wavemaster XXL. I use it 3 times a week to perform various MMA, Taekwondo, and boxing drills for high intensity cardio before going for a run outside or going for some low intensity steady state cardio on a treadmill. Even if you're not planning to fight anybody or become the next MMA champion, doing drills against the punching bag is just a really fun way to do cardio and stay in shape. So I highly recommend at least trying it out for yourself and seeing if it's something that you enjoy. That, and you never know when you actually might need it. Supplemental to my Wavemaster would be my boxing gloves. The gloves I have are from a brand called FISTRAGE, and I picked it because it was cheap. I'm not looking to get professional level gloves for just doing home workouts. They had the gloves in green, which is my favorite color, and they had the gloves available in 16 ounces, which is the size of a standard sparring boxing glove and allows me to burn more calories with the additional weight that's added to my hands. Another piece of bodyweight exercise equipment that I have at my home gym would be my push-up bars. Push-up bars are really great because they not only lock your body into a fixed position to make sure that you're performing your push-up reps with proper form every time, but they also add a bit of additional elevation from yourself and the floor, which allows you to then get deeper chest activation as you perform your push-ups, and also allows you to more easily perform certain calisthenics exercises and progressions, such as L-sit holds, planches, planche push-ups, and also handstands. Though for handstands, you might as well get parallettes, which are essentially longer versions of push-up bars. Finally, the last piece of equipment in my home gym would be my foam roller. Foam rollers are really great because they essentially allow you to give yourself a deep tissue massage if you're feeling really sore or if you might have formed any knots in your body from overexerting yourself. So it's really important to get one to not only feel good, but allow you to recover faster if you have overstrained yourself with training. To use it, you essentially just lay on top of it with the part of your body that's sore, so you apply pressure and you roll it back and forth very gently in order to imitate somebody taking their finger or thumb and just massaging the sore spot in your body. Especially before, when I would frequently do breakdancing on hard concrete, I would get tightness and muscle soreness in my body all the time. And having a foam roller is something that's really allowed me to alleviate that pain, recover more quickly, and has greatly increased my longevity in that now, over a decade later, I have been thankfully able to do things like breakdancing, calisthenics, and martial arts without sustaining any major injuries. Because of that, in my personal experience, I would say having a foam roller is absolutely essential. So if you weren't already planning on building one, you might still be thinking, why build a home gym, and specifically, why build a calisthenics home gym? All the reasons I can give you can be basically summarized by saving time and saving money. With a home gym, you don't have to worry about commute times or traffic anymore because you're not having to drive out to get your workouts in. You can just either be at home or come back home and go ahead and work out in your home gym. With a home gym, you can work out absolutely whenever you want as long as you're at home. So if you work fully remote, you could really break up your workout plan to where you just get your exercise in a few minutes at a time in little breaks throughout the day and get it complete. Or if you're working in an office job, you can come straight home, get your workout in, shower, and eat dinner, opposed to having to finish your job, go to a gym, and then still have to drive all the way back home after that, which will easily save you between 1 to 3 hours of your day. You don't have to worry about the sweat and bacteria of random strangers being on your equipment because the only people using it will be yourself and anyone else that you live with that's also interested in exercising. You also don't have to waste any time waiting for your turn to get your workout in because you can very much more easily work that out with anyone that you're living with. Or if you live by yourself, then it's not even an issue. By saving yourself loads of time and making it extremely convenient for you to work out, it allows you to also exercise more consistently and therefore increase your fitness level while also getting into good habits that will build towards a healthy long-term lifestyle. I recommend building a calisthenics home gym specifically because there is very minimal equipment needed. As you saw through the video walkthrough, I actually don't own that much equipment, and the total cost of my entire build is easily half of what some annual gym memberships out there cost. Since the equipment doesn't break down, I've already been using it for years and I'm going to keep using it for years to come. Even if you try to compare the cheapest possible annual gym memberships that are out there, building a calisthenics home gym for yourself is going to win out and save you loads of money in the long term. If you were to build a calisthenics home gym once, outside of things like protein powder and supplements, if you choose to consume those, the amount of money you have to invest in fitness remains fixed until you have to decide to buy another piece of equipment. Whereas if you were to go to a traditional gym, you would have to pay that annual membership fee along with registration fees and any additional fees that the gym decides to implement. And the amount of money you would have to invest in fitness would compound every single year you decide to pursue a healthy lifestyle. The reason why a calisthenics home gym requires such minimal equipment is because calisthenics itself is incredibly efficient in building strength and muscle. Every single exercise in calisthenics is a compound movement, meaning it engages multiple muscle groups at the same time. Since you can engage multiple muscle groups and hit your entire upper body by just doing a few calisthenics exercises, you don't have to worry about splitting your different exercises by muscle group, like things that target the chest or the biceps or the triceps, and so on and so forth, which again translates into even more save time. I'm usually able to complete my calisthenics strength training routines in just 30 to 40 minutes before hitting cardio for another 40 minutes and then going about the rest of my day. However, if you are looking to target certain parts of your body and build up certain muscle groups, then of course, still investing in some weights would be a great idea. Building a calisthenics home gym has been really life-changing for me because it's allowed me to be consistent with my workouts and build long-term healthy habits. I'd actually dropped off from fitness and exercising for quite a while due to mental health reasons and stressful situations that were going on in my life, but I've been able to work out consistently 5 times a week for the past 14 weeks now and lose about 8 pounds while still maintaining or even increasing my muscle growth. I'm currently on a personal quest to get to 10% body fat, just to say that it's something I've been able to achieve at least once in my life. If you would enjoy seeing content related to that journey, or if you have any tips and advice you can share towards achieving that, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your advice and your insights, and I'm always open to any feedback. All in all, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this full video walkthrough of my calisthenics home gym, and that you've also learned some good reasons and benefits for building a home gym for yourself, and specifically for pursuing a calisthenics home gym. Be sure to let me know what you thought about the video in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for that YouTube algorithm. And let me know what other types of content you might want to see in the future. Also, feel free to check out my Instagram at bboyjeremy for some more frequent content. And I believe that's about it for now. So until next time, peace.